The Minister of Finance in December last year laid the 2014 budget before the Senate and the House of Representatives. So attention has been on both houses to see what they would alter in the budget. The debate on the 2014 budget started in the Senate last week, and we saw lawmakers criticizing several aspects of the budget. The House of Representatives was expected to begin its own debate on the budget, but that was not to be. Let's see what happened.
After 1 week of intense debate in the Senate on the 2014 appropriation bill, the bill scaled second reading. The bill was referred to the Joint Committee on Appropriation and Finance for further legislative action. The committee has 3 weeks to conclude its assignment and report back to the Parliament for final passage. The successful second reading of the budget put to rest almost 2 weeks of controversy and anxiety, which followed the directive by the APC to its members in the National Assembly, ordering them to block the passage of executive bills, including the budget, as well as screening and confirmation of service chiefs and ministerial nominees. The party said the directive was in protest of perceived harassment of its members in Rivers State. However, the bill scaled second reading with senators on the platform of the APC throwing their weight behind it. The total budget of 4.6 trillion naira for the 2014 fiscal year, pegged at $77.5 per barrel, was laid before the Senate on December the 19th, 2013, by Coordinating Minister for the Economy and Minister of Finance, Dr. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala. The budget consists of 2.4 trillion naira as recurrent expenditure and 1.1 trillion naira as capital expenditure. Further breakdown of the budget includes 39.6 billion naira for statutory transfers, 712 billion naira for debt servicing, and 268.37 billion naira for subsidy reinvestment and empowerment program. It also comprises 725.94 billion naira as votes for education, 340.33 billion naira budget for defense, 301.42 billion naira for police, 128.65 billion naira for works, 262.74 billion naira for health, among others. The Deputy Senate President, Ike Ekweremadu, commended his colleagues for allowing the budget to scale second reading, as he advised the committee to ensure that submissions during the debate were factored into consideration of the bill at the committee stage.
The respective chairmen and members of the committees need to liaise with their counterparts in the House of Representatives and see if we can harmonize their positions sufficiently early enough before it gets to the appropriation committee for collation, so that the areas of conflict will be less. And I do hope that you commit sufficient time to this consideration. So on this note, I would like to thank you again for allowing this bill to pass through the second reading.
But does this mean that the APC lawmakers in the Senate did not heed the instructions of their party by allowing the budget scaled through second reading?
No, it is not so. Again, look at it this way. The party directive says not exactly what you are saying. Look critically at every matter brought before you. Point out those things on those matters that are not in the interest of the majority of Nigerians. Look at them in a manner that you will be seen as serving Nigerians. And that is what you have done. So as regards, passing or no passing, if you do not have the majority, at the end of the day, the majority will still, you have your say. The majority will have its way.
But the budget debate suffered a different fate in the House of Representatives. On the first allotted day for debate on the general principles of the 2014 appropriation bill, hardly had the majority leader introduced the bill when a point of order was raised.
The law requires that estimates of these corporations must accompany the submission of the budget. And what we have is a summary and abridged version of the estimates. Mr. Speaker, my dear colleagues, the minister has no responsibility under this law to give off her own summary.
Some lawmakers did not take kindly to his position. Their position was put forward by another lawmaker who disagreed with the first position.
So he agrees that estimates have followed. He's taking exception to the fact that they have been abridged. That's what he said. And as chairman appropriation, I'm aware that the budget estimates that have come have accompanied them these estimates. is not enough, basically, to stop the consideration of this budget in terms of the second reading.
It was then up to the Speaker to rule on the point of order raised.
To look at this issue and advise the presiding officer accordingly. The names are Sam Sokwa, Chairman House Committee on Rules and Business, his deputy, Sunday Adepuju, Aminu Shagari, Chairman Judiciary, his deputy, Ken Chikere, Chairman House Committee on Justice, Ali Ahmed, and his deputy, Honorable Chikemeke Worbo. These 6 are hereby given 24 hours to advise the presiding officer on this issue at hand. That is my ruling, please.
This ruling did not end the matter as lawmakers gathered in groups debating the development. Some lawmakers say this issue looks too convenient and appears to be a plot by the opposition to stall the budget. A statement the opposition rejected.
I believe what is of paramount importance is the interest of Nigerians. I believe that members will not bring their partisan interest to come and declare what we are doing for this country.
Nothing can be more heart-rending than for Nigerians to sweep every helpful point that is made in Parliament under the carpet of partisanship.
The budget cannot be sent to the executive for onward passage into law except both houses of the National Assembly agree and pass the budget. So it will be interesting to see what happens next in the National Assembly on this issue.
Now, this is where we draw the curtains for this week's edition of The Gavel. If you have any views or opinions you would like to share with us, please email us on thegavel@channelstv.com. Thank you for staying with us and see you again next week.